Hello and welcome. Today, we're diving into a topic that's on every business owner's mind: artificial intelligence. But don't worry, we're not talking about sci fi robots. We're talking about a practical guide for real businesses, especially those outside the big city tech hubs. So, if you're running a business, I'm guessing you're hearing about AI pretty much everywhere. It's on the news, flooding your inbox. There's this constant pressure that you have to keep up, or you'll get left behind. It can feel really complex, confusing, and honestly, just a bit overwhelming. If you feel that way, trust me, you are not alone. And this slide just nails the problem, doesn't it? On one hand, you've got the AI hype, all this confusing jargon, the fear of crazy high costs, and just way too many choices. But on the other side is the AI reality, practical tools that can genuinely save you time and lead to real measurable growth. The big challenge is, how do you cut through all that noise to get to the good stuff? And that's the thing. For a business owner, say in regional New Zealand, the last thing you need is another slick sales pitch from Silicon Valley. What you actually need is a trusted guide, someone practical who can translate all this complicated tech into a simple, effective plan that actually works for your business. And that brings us to the story of a consultant named Rick Wallace. His entire career, when you look at it, seems like it was perfectly designed to lead him to this exact moment, to become that perfect guide for navigating the world of AI. Let's actually trace this journey. It all kicks off way back in 1979 with a hands-on cadetship as a radio technician, so deep in the tech. Then he jumps into the corporate world, working his way up to managing a division with a $100 million annual turnover. Huge stuff. In 2003, he completely pivots, becoming a champion for small businesses, running his own digital agency for over 15 years. All of this experience, it all comes together in what he's doing today, being a local, hands-on AI specialist. So, how does a background that varied create the perfect AI guide? Well, we can actually break it down into three distinct pillars of experience, and each one is absolutely crucial for giving business owners the kind of practical advice they really need. Okay, pillar number one, the technical foundation. His career started with actually fixing and building telecommunication systems. That means he gets how technology fundamentally works, right from the circuit board up. He's not just someone who learned how to use a piece of software. He has this deep, foundational knowledge that lets him see right past the marketing fluff and understand what a tool can actually do for you. Second, the business mind. Look, you can't give good business advice if you don't actually get business. Managing a division doing $100 million a year means he speaks the language of sales, forecasting, inventory, and most importantly, the bottom line. He knows that any new technology is totally useless if it doesn't make a positive impact on your profitability. It's as simple as that. And that brings us to the third pillar, which, let's be honest, might be the most important one of all, the SME champion. For over 15 years, his entire focus was on small and medium-sized business owners. He gets their world inside and out. The tight budgets, not having a big IT department, and the real danger of paying for some overkill solution that's way too complex and expensive for what you actually need. Okay, so we've got this foundation of incredible experience, but what's the actual plan? How do you help a business go from that state of confusion and overwhelm to having a clear plan of action? Well, it all starts with a really simple, practical first step. It's called the AI Readiness Assessment. And the most important words to notice here are low risk and plain English. This is not about selling some massive, expensive project. It's a really affordable first step to simply audit what a business is already doing and find that low-hanging fruit. You know, the simple AI tools that can deliver results right away. The process itself is super straightforward. First, you audit the current systems to see where time and money might be going down the drain. Second, you identify those high-impact, quick wins. Third, you calculate the potential return on investment in clear dollar terms. And finally, you get a simple roadmap that gives you options. Do it yourself, get some coaching, or have it all done for you. It's all about putting you in control. And this is where it gets really interesting. Let's look at a real-world example, because this is where the rubber meets the road. Let's say your business spends about 10 hours a week just on admin tasks. At $30 an hour, that's over $15,000 a year. An AI solution might have a subscription and setup fee, but it could automate most of that work, leading to some seriously massive annual savings. And that number right there, over $14,000 in potential savings every single year, that's a game changer. For a small business, that's not just pocket change. That's money you can pour back into growth, into marketing, into new equipment.
This is what makes the decision to just explore AI a complete financial no-brainer.
But, this story isn't just about the tech and the numbers. It's also about community. It's about having access to global-level knowledge, but delivered by a trusted partner who is right there in your own backyard. And this is where the journey really comes full circle. After a career that took him all over New Zealand, Rick has returned home to Napier, the very town where he grew up and kicked off his technical career way back in 1979. He's bringing 4 decades of national experience right back to his local community. And this quote on the slide, it just says it all, doesn't it? I don't just talk technology. I look at your business goals first. That business-first approach, combined with that deep technical know-how and his local roots, is what makes this kind of guidance so rare and so valuable. Which really leaves us with one final question. For any business owner out there feeling not pressure to keep up, who knows there's promise in AI but has no idea where to start, the question isn't really if you need a guide, but whether you're ready to start the journey with a practical, local one.